hamburger, often known as a burger, consists of fillings, usually a patty of ground meat, typically beef, placed inside a sliced bun, sesame seed bun, or bread roll. The patties are often served with lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, bacon, or chilies. The filling of the burger can be topped with condiments such as ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish, or a special sauce, often a variation of Thousand Island dressing. A burger with the patty topped with cheese is called a cheeseburger. Under some definitions, a hamburger is considered a sandwich. Hamburgers are typically associated with fast food restaurants and diners, but are also sold at other restaurants, including high-end establishments. There are many international and regional variations of hamburgers. Some of the largest multinational fast food chains feature burgers as one of their core products. McDonald's Big Mac and Burger King's Whopper have become global icons of American culture. Etymology and terminology. The term hamburger originally derives from Hamburg, Germany. However, it is contentious what the exact connection between the food item and the city is. By linguistic rebracketing, the term burger eventually became a self-standing word that is associated with many different types of sandwiches that are similar to a hamburger, but contain different meats such as buffalo in the buffalo burger, venison, kangaroo, chicken, turkey, elk, lamb, or fish such as salmon in the salmon burger, and even with meatless sandwiches, as is the case of the veggie burger. The term burger can also be applied to a meat patty on its own. Since the term hamburger usually implies beef, for clarity, burger may be prefixed with the type of meat or meat substitute used, as in beef burger, turkey burger, bison burger, or portobello burger. History. Cheeseburger with onions and tomatoes at Louis Lunch, New Haven, Connecticut. Versions of the meal have been served for over a century, but its origins are still unclear. The 1758 edition of the book The Art of Cookery, Made Plain and Easy by Hannah Glass, included a recipe called Hamburg sausage, suggesting that it should be served roasted with toasted bread under it. A similar snack was also popular in Hamburg under the name of Rundstück warm, bread roll warm, in 1869 or earlier, and was supposedly eaten by immigrants on their way to America. However, this may have contained roasted beefsteak rather than fricadelle. It has alternatively been suggested that Hamburg steak, served between two pieces of bread and eaten by Jewish passengers traveling from Hamburg to New York on Hamburg America Line vessels, which began operations in 1847, became so well known that the shipping company gave its name to the dish. It is not known which of these stories is the reason hamburgers got their name. There is a reference to a Hamburg steak as early as 1884 in the Boston Journal. On July 5, 1896, the Chicago Daily Tribune made a highly specific claim regarding a hamburger sandwich in an article about a sandwich car. A distinguished favorite, only 5 cents, is hamburger steak sandwich, the meat for which is kept ready in small patties and cooked while you wait on the gasoline range. Claims of invention. Hamburger steak sandwiches have been advertised in U.S. newspapers from New York to Hawaii since at least the 1890s, but the inventor is unclear. The invention of hamburgers is attributed to various people, including Charlie Negreen, Frank and Charles Menches, Oscar Weber Bilby, Fletcher Davis, and Louis Lassen. White Castle traces the origin of the hamburger to Otto Kraus in Hamburg, Germany. Some have pointed to a recipe for Hamburg sausages on toasted bread, published in The Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy by Hannah Glass in 1758, as a notable first source of the dish. Hamburgers gained national recognition in the U.S. at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, when the New York Tribune referred to the hamburger as the innovation of a food vendor on the pike. No conclusive argument has ended the dispute over invention. An article from ABC News sums up, one problem is that there is little written history. Another issue is that the burger spread happened largely at the World's Fair, from tiny vendors that came and went instantly. And it is entirely possible that more than one person came up with the idea at the same time in different parts of the country. Louis Lassen, the restaurant Louis Lunch in New Haven, Connecticut, founded in 1895, has long claimed to be the birthplace of the hamburger sandwich. Ostensibly, around 1900, Danish immigrant Louis Lassen found himself out of steaks when a customer ordered a quick hot meal. Taking ground beef trimmings, Louis made a patty and grilled it, putting it between two slices of toast. Charlie Negreen. One of the earliest claims of hamburger invention comes from Charlie Negreen, who in 1885 sold a meatball between two slices of bread at the Seymour Fair, now sometimes called the Outagamie County Fair. The Seymour Community Historical Society of Seymour, Wisconsin, credits Negreen, also referred to as Hamburger Charlie, with the invention. Negreen was 15 when he reportedly sold pork sandwiches at the 1885 Seymour Fair so customers could eat while walking. Otto Kraus. According to White Castle, Otto Kraus was the inventor of the hamburger. In 1891, he created a beef patty cooked in butter and topped with a fried egg. German sailors later omitted the fried egg. Oscar Weber Bilby. The family of Oscar Weber Bilby claims the first known hamburger on a bun was served on July 4, 1891, on Grandpa Oscar's farm. The bun was a yeast bun. In 1995, Governor Frank Keating proclaimed that the first true hamburger on a bun was created and consumed in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1891, calling Tulsa the real birthplace of the hamburger. Frank and Charles Menches. Frank and Charles Menches claim to have sold a ground beef sandwich at the Erie County Fair in 1885 in Hamburg, New York. During the fair, they ran out of pork sausage for their sandwiches and substituted beef. The brothers exhausted their supply of sausage, so they purchased chopped-up beef from a butcher, Andrew Klein. Fletcher Davis. Fletcher Davis of Athens, Texas, claimed to have invented the hamburger. According to oral histories, he opened a lunch counter in Athens in the 1880s and served a burger of fried ground beef patties with mustard and Bermuda onion between two slices of bread, with a pickle on the side. The story is that in 1904, Davis and his wife City ran a sandwich stand at the St. Louis World's Fair. Early major vendors. McDonald's Big Mac. 1921. White Castle, Wichita, Kansas. Due to books by Upton Sinclair and Arthur Callett discrediting the cleanliness and nutritional value of ground beef, hamburger meat was unpopular with families until the White Castle restaurant chain took it upon themselves to market the cleanliness and quality of their food through scientific studies by preparing the food in full view of customers. White Castle marketed and sold large numbers of small 65mm, 212-inch square hamburger sandwiches, known as sliders, and created 5 holes in each patty, which helped them cook evenly and eliminated the need to flip the burger. In 1995, White Castle began selling frozen hamburgers in convenience stores and vending machines. 1923, Kewpie Hamburgers or Kewpie Hotels, Flint, Michigan. Kewpie was the second established hamburger chain and peaked at 400 locations before World War II. 1926, White Tower Hamburgers. 1927, Little Tavern. 1932, Crystal. 1936, Big Boy. In 1937, Bob Wyan created the double-decker hamburger at his stand in Glendale, California. Big Boy became the name of the hamburger, mascot, and restaurant. Big Boy expanded nationally through regional franchising and sub-franchising. 1940, McDonald's restaurant, San Bernardino, California, was opened by Richard and Morris McDonald. Their introduction of the speedy service system in 1948 established the principles of the modern fast food restaurant. The McDonald brothers began franchising in 1953. In 1961, Ray Kroc, the supplier of their multi-mixer milkshake machines, purchased the company from the brothers for $2.7 million and a 1.9% royalty. In the United States, hamburger preparation in a fast food establishment. A hamburger with fries bought as takeaway, with the hamburger and the fries in separate containers. Hamburgers are often a feature of fast food restaurants. In the United States, the hamburger patties served by major fast food chains are usually mass-produced in factories and then frozen for delivery to the site. These hamburgers are relatively thin, differing from the traditional American hamburger prepared in homes and conventional restaurants, which is thicker and prepared by hand from ground beef. Most American hamburgers are round, but some fast food chains, such as Wendy's, Crystal, and White Castle, sell square-cut hamburgers. Hamburgers in fast food restaurants are usually grilled on a flat top, but some establishments, such as Burger King, use a gas flame grilling process. At conventional American restaurants, hamburgers may be ordered rare, but normally are served medium well or well done for food safety reasons. Fast food restaurants do not usually offer this option. The McDonald's fast food chain sells the Big Mac, one of the world's top-selling hamburgers, with an estimated 550 million sold annually in the United States. Many other major fast food chains also rely heavily on hamburger sales, including Burger King, A&W, Culver's, Whataburger, Carl's Jr., Hardee's, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, Crystal, White Castle, Cookout, Harvey's, Hesburger, Supermax, Shake Shack, In-N-Out Burger, Five Guys, Fatburger, Vera's, Burgerville, Backyard Burgers, Lick's Home Burger, Roy Rogers, Smashburger, and Sonic. Fuddruckers and Red Robin are hamburger chains that specialize in the mid-tier, restaurant-style variety of hamburgers. Some restaurants offer elaborate hamburgers using expensive cuts of meat and various cheeses, toppings, and sauces. One example is the Bobby's Burger Palace chain, founded by celebrity chef and Food Network star Bobby Flay. Hamburgers are often served as a fast dinner, picnic, or party food, and are often cooked outdoors on barbecue grills. A high-quality hamburger patty is made entirely of ground minced beef and seasonings. These may be described as all-beef hamburger or all-beef patties to distinguish them from inexpensive hamburgers made with cost savers like added flour, textured vegetable protein, ammonia-treated defatted beef trimmings, advanced meat recovery, or other fillers. In the 1930s, ground liver was sometimes added. Some cooks prepare their patties with binders like eggs or breadcrumbs. Seasonings may include salt and pepper, parsley, onions, soy sauce, Thousand Island dressing, onion soup mix, or Worcestershire sauce. Many name-brand seasoned salt products are also used. Cost. According to Bloomberg News, the average price of a fast food restaurant burger in the United States increased by 16% between 2019 and 2024, reaching $8.41 in the second quarter of 2024. Specifically, the iconic Big Mac at McDonald's cost $5.29 during the same period, representing a 21% price increase over the same 5-year span. The cost of Big Mac hamburgers in different countries has been used by The Economist to easily compare purchasing power of different currencies in the Big Mac Index. Safety. Raw hamburgers may contain harmful bacteria that can produce foodborne illnesses such as Escherichia coli O157, H7, due to the occasional initial improper preparation of the meat, so caution is required for safety during handling and cooking. Because of the potential for foodborne illness, the USDA recommends hamburgers be cooked to an internal temperature of 160 degrees F, 71 degrees C. If cooked to this temperature, they are considered well done. Variations. See also, list of hamburgers. A bacon cheeseburger from a New York City diner. Other meats. McChicken burger. Burgers can also be made with meat other than beef. Examples include turkey burger, chicken burger, ground chicken meat, chicken breast marinated or not, fried chicken, buffalo burger, venison burger, lamb burger, veal burger, fish burger, veggie burgers. Main article, veggie burger. Shutterstock. Explore. The vegan Impossible Burger. Vegetarian and vegan burgers can be formed from a meat analog. These may include, when formed into patties, tofu, TVP, seitan, wheat gluten, beans, grains, or an assortment of vegetables. John Harvey Kellogg developed a peanut-based meat substitute which he called Nuttos in the 1890s. In the 1960s and 1970s, some companies began making soy-based burgers, including Loma Linda, Boca Burger, and Lightlife. Other producers entered business with new burgers in the 2000s, including Gardein, Impossible Foods, and Beyond Meat. These products are primarily made of peas, soy, mushrooms, yeast, beans, and/or nuts. By country. United States and Canada. See also, cheeseburger, chili burger, and history of the hamburger in the United States. A hamburger served in New York with arugula on a ciabatta roll. Miniature hamburgers, sliders. The hamburger is considered a national dish of the United States. In the United States and Canada, Burgers may be classified as either fast food hamburgers or individually prepared burgers made in homes and restaurants. The latter are often prepared with a variety of toppings, including lettuce, tomato, onion, and often sliced pickles or pickle relish. French fries, or commonly poutine in Canada, often accompany the burger. Cheese, usually processed cheese slices, but often cheddar, Swiss, pepper jack, or blue, may be either melted directly on the meat patty or crumbled on top. Condiments might be added to a hamburger or may be offered separately on the side, including ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish, salad dressings, and barbecue sauce. Other toppings can include bacon, avocado or guacamole, sliced sautéed mushrooms, cheese sauce, chili, usually without beans, fried egg, scrambled egg, feta cheese, blue cheese, salsa, pineapple, jalapenos and other kinds of chili peppers, anchovies, slices of ham or bologna, pastrami or teriyaki seasoned beef, tartar sauce, French fries, onion rings or potato chips. Patty melt consists of a patty, sautéed onions and cheese between two slices of rye bread. The sandwich is then buttered and fried. Slider, a tiny square hamburger patty served on an equally small bun and usually sprinkled with diced onions. QB burger, Alberta, Canada. A hamburger made with a pressed Ukrainian sausage, kielbasa. Butter burger, Wisconsin, Upper Midwest. A normal burger with a pat of butter as a topping or a heavily buttered bun. Fat Boy, Winnipeg, Manitoba. An iconic hamburger with chili meat sauce originating in the Greek burger restaurants. Juicy Lucy, Minnesota. A hamburger with cheese inside the meat patty rather than on top. Low-carb burger. A hamburger served without a bun and replaced with large slices of lettuce. Ramen burger. A hamburger patty sandwiched between two discs of compressed ramen noodles in lieu of a traditional bun. Luther burger. A bacon cheeseburger with two glazed donuts instead of buns. Steamed cheeseburger. A cheeseburger in which the burger is steamed instead of grilled. Marketing. In the United States, steak burger is a marketing term for a hamburger claimed to be of superior quality. In Australia, the term refers to a burger bun containing a steak and is more commonly called a steak sandwich. France, in 2012, the French consumed 14 hamburgers in restaurants per year per person, placing them fourth in the world and second in Europe. A popular burger chain in France is Quick. According to a study by Gira Conseil on the consumption of hamburgers in France in 2013, 75% of traditional French restaurants offer at least one hamburger on their menu. Mexico. In Mexico, burgers called hamburguesas are served with ham and slices of American cheese fried on top of the meat patty. The toppings include avocado, jalapeno slices, shredded lettuce, onion, and tomato. The bun has mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard. Bacon may also be added. United Kingdom and Ireland. Hamburgers in the UK and Ireland are very similar to those in the US, and the same big two chains dominate there as in the US, McDonald's and Burger King. In Ireland, the burger-serving food outlet Supermacs is widespread throughout the country. A native rival to the big two US chains was the fast food chain popular in Britain, Wimpy. Hamburgers are also available from mobile kiosks, commonly known as burger vans. Hamburgers and veggie burgers served with chips and salad are standard pub grub menu items. Many pubs specialize in gourmet burgers. In the early 21st century, premium, hamburger chains and independent restaurants have arisen, selling burgers produced from meat stated to be of high quality. Australia and New Zealand. This hamburger in a fast food restaurant in Auckland, New Zealand, contains beetroot for flavor. Fast food franchises sell American-style fast food hamburgers in Australia and New Zealand. The traditional Australasian hamburgers are usually bought from fish and chip shops or milk bars rather than from chain restaurants. The hamburger meat is almost always ground beef or mince. They often include tomato, lettuce, grilled onion, and meat at least. This is known in Australia as a plain hamburger and may also include cheese, pineapple, a fried egg, beetroot, and bacon. If all these optional ingredients are included, it is known in Australia as a burger with the lot. The only variance between the two countries' hamburgers is that New Zealand's equivalent to the lot often contains a steak beef. The condiments regularly used are barbecue sauce and tomato sauce. The traditional Australasian hamburger never includes mayonnaise. China. Raojiamo, the Chinese hamburger. In China, due to the branding of their sandwiches by McDonald's and KFC restaurants in China, the word burger, Chinese letter, refers to all sandwiches that consist of 2 pieces of bun and a meat patty in between. A popular Chinese street food, known as Raojiamo Chinese letter, consists of meat, most commonly pork, sandwiched between 2 buns. Raojiamo has been called the Chinese hamburger. Japan. Mos burger, rice burger. In Japan, hamburgers can be served in a bun, called hanbaga, Japanese letter, or without a bun, which is known as hanbagu, Japanese letter, or Hamburg, short for Hamburg steak. Hamburg steaks, served without buns, are similar to what are known as Salisbury steaks in the US. Hamburgers with buns are predominantly the domain of fast food chains. Japan has homegrown hamburger chain restaurants such as Mos Burger, First Kitchen, and Freshness Burger. Local varieties of burgers served in Japan include teriyaki burgers, katsu burgers, containing tonkatsu, and burgers containing shrimp korok. Some of the more unusual examples include the rice burger, where the bun is made of rice. Denmark. In Denmark, the hamburger was introduced in 1949, though it was called the boff sandwich. Today, a boff sandwich usually contains a beef patty, pickled cucumber, raw, pickled, fried, or soft onions, pickled red beets, mustard, ketchup, remoulade, and is often overflowing with brown gravy. Another popular variation is the vleeskesteg sandwich, replacing the beef patty with slices of pork loin or belly, and typically using sweet and sour pickled red cabbage, mayonnaise, mustard, and pork rinds as garnish. East Asia. Rice burgers are also available in several East Asian countries, such as Taiwan and South Korea. Lotteria is a prominent hamburger franchise in Japan owned by the South Korean Lot Group. Variations available in South Korea include bulgogi burgers and kimchi burgers. Chicken burger with rice bun, sold in Taiwan, Korea, Hong Kong, Macau, the Philippines, Thailand, and Singapore. Note that the bun is composed of cooked rice. Philippines. In the Philippines, a wide range of major U.S. fast food franchises are well represented. The Philippines boasts its own burger chain called Jollibee, which offers burger meals and chicken, including a signature burger called Champ. India. Vada pav or Bombay burger is made of potatoes and spices. In India, where there are cultural beliefs against eating beef and pork, the term burger refers to a variety of sandwiches, usually made from chicken or vegetable patties. McDonald's in India offers the Maharaja Mac instead of the Big Mac, substituting the beef patties with chicken. The vada pav, consisting of a deep-fried potato patty dipped in graham flour batter, is sometimes called the Bombay burger. Pakistan. In Pakistan, apart from in American fast food chains, burgers can be found in stalls near shopping areas. The best known is the Shami burger. This is made from Shami kebab, made by mixing lentils and minced lamb. Malaysia. Fast food burger restaurants in Malaysia typically sell eggs and fried chicken in addition to US-style burgers. A popular local brand is Ramly Burger, which combines a standard hamburger with an omelet. Beef burger with fried egg, cabbage, and some French fries in Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia. Turkey. In Turkey, numerous localized variants of the hamburger may be found, such as the Islak burger lit. Wet burger, which is a beef slider doused in seasoned tomato sauce and steamed inside a special glass chamber. Yugoslavia and Serbia. In the former Yugoslavia, and originally in Serbia, there is a local version of the hamburger known as the Pielja Skavica. Belgium and Netherlands. Throughout Belgium and in some eateries in the Netherlands, a bikkie burger is sold that combines pork, chicken, and horse meat. The hamburger, usually fried, is served between a bun, sprinkled with sesame seeds. It often comes with a specific bijkissaus, bikkie dressing. Unusual hamburgers. In May 2012, Serendipity 3 was recognized as the Guinness World Records holder for serving the world's most expensive hamburger, the $295 Le Burger Extravagant. At $499, the The world's largest hamburger commercially available weighs 185.8 pounds, 84.3 kilograms, and is sold at Mally's Sports Grill and Bar in Southgate, Michigan. A $777 Kobe beef and Maine lobster burger was reported available at La Burger Brasserie, inside the Paris Las Vegas casino. On August 5, 2013, the first hamburger grown with cow cells outside a living animal was served. Slang: 100 hamburger, $100 hamburger, is aviation slang for a general aviation pilot needing an excuse to fly. A 100 hamburger trip typically involves flying a short distance, less than 2 hours, eating at an airport restaurant, and flying home.